Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Kim Piazza, and this special edition of Talk of the Town is at the Sportsman's Tavern in the Black Rock section of the city. The Sportsman is known around the country as one of the best locations to enjoy live music, not only because of the room, the acoustics, and the crowds, but also because of the owner, a musician, businessman, bartender, and a true Buffalo legend, Dwayne Hall. We're here today with Jason Hall. Thank you for having us, sir.
I'm happy to be here.
So, the Sportsman, this is an iconic location to Western New York, an iconic location to audiences and musicians alike. Tell us, how long has the Sportsman been here?
Oh, gee, Sportsman's has been here 100 years, maybe. We've been here a couple, 32, 33 years we've been here, family owned and operated.
So, really, the Sportsman Tavern, it's been an anchor here in the Black Rock district.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been very, very good for this neighborhood. And things have changed here at the tavern. The look of the tavern. Tell us a little bit about where the tavern has been, where it's come, where we are now.
Well, when we started, it was a neighborhood place to have a drink and watch the game, or that kind of place. A lot of after work crowd kind of folks came in, 5 o'clock. We would be busy and football games and all that stuff, and then slowly but surely we were doing music on a smaller scale, always, and then somewhere around the mid '90s we started to do music pretty much on a nightly basis, and then we started to bring in some national acts, and we just decided to get bigger. So the expansion took place a few years ago. And we've been doing shows almost to the point of almost 800 performances a year.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So 800 performances a year, you're doing multiple performances a day.
Absolutely. Usually during the week we have lunch concerts. We do double shows on Friday, double shows on Saturday, occasionally double shows on Sunday. So people want to play here. We get a ton of inquiries every single day to our booker, Kenny, who manages to keep the stage filled. Keep
the place humming.
Yeah.
So some of the acts, be a name dropper, Jason. Some of the acts who've been here.
Well, some of maybe my all-time favorite show was Rodney Crowell. The second time we had him, I loved his show the first time. It was just a solo duo show, and then he had his full band here. Dave Alvin has been here with his band, and also on reunion shows with his brother Phil. Those were fantastic events. I mean, they were events that I did not think they were going to happen, but that they happened here was amazing.
And I think part of the reason that the neighborhood, Western New York, as well as national acts love to come here to the Sportsman, it's such an intimate setting. This is a unique place. The way the stage is set up, how close the audience is to the musician. I mean, you can see the sweat dripping off the brow. It's just fantastic. And you know what? And beyond the building, the intimate setting, everyone loves your dad. Your dad is iconic. Dwayne, everyone loves Dwayne. He's like he's a local treasure to Western New York.
Yeah, absolutely. And
constantly you're moving forward. You and your father. You have a world-class recording studio here. Tell us about that.
Well, the studio was always a side project for us, and it's grown as the club has grown, which has allowed us to grow into this new television production that we're trying to produce, to be able to have great looking video and to multi-track a live show from here into a professional studio, and then put all of those things together. It gives us a very unique opportunity with the two buildings to come together and to produce something that's very slick, looks good, sounds good.
So you bring up the TV show. So a lot of the viewers don't know about this. You and your father, you've developed a television show. I know it's something that's been a dream of yours for a while, and it's called Live from Black Rock. Tell us about the TV show.
Well, that was grown. We've always wanted to do some sort of television show here, either locally or on a larger scale, to promote the musicians that we work with. And when the Sportsmen's Americana Music Foundation came about, one of the things, the part of that mission statement was to produce a television show to promote Western New York artists. And so it really, although it was always kind of there and it was always something that we wanted to do, it really didn't fall into place until the foundation was born. And then our great board of directors and the hundreds of members that we have, and all of those things combined with the club, the studio, my father's reputation, the reputation of our board members, the reputation of the club, it all just came together, and we were able to say, okay, now's the time. Let's
group
put a
of
show
people
together.
at the right time, at the right location, and we're going to talk more about the foundation in our next segment. When you talk about the TV show, it makes me think about Austin City Limits.
Well, that's the gold standard. They've been at it for a very long time. What they do down there, and they've you know, really, yeah, I mean, they've set the standard for television, live television music performance. And if it wasn't for a show like Austin City Limits, there'd probably be a lot of artists out there who are still struggling to, you know, be discovered. But at the same time, they do a ton of national stuff. And you know, a lot of famous people. Some of the people that have performed on Austin City Limits have played here. So
you're really creating a great platform for Western New York musicians to come on out and take advantage of everything that you have here. But it won't only be Western New York musicians on your show.
No, last month we got permission from some touring artists, Elin Jewell and Robbie Falks, two of my favorites that have been, they've been playing here for years. Robbie's been playing here since the 90s, and Elin's been playing here for the last 7 or 8 years. We've grown to have great relationships with them. You know, they're friends of ours, and they gave us permission to shoot some of their performance from last month, and so now we'll be piecing together some episodes with regional Western New York artists and as well as some touring artists.
Well, you know what? We have some clips from the show, so I think we're going to take a look at what's coming up here at the Tavern, the fantastic television show that we have. And when we come back, we're going to speak to the president of your foundation.
It's hard for an honest man, it's harder for a man like me to be proud of all the things he's done. 'Cause I have been a liar, and I have been a thief, and I've been careless with the ones I love. And I got blood on my head. Yeah, I got blood on my head. Daylight goes skidding, screeching in the night, you know we sing that old familiar song. We don't hide in the shadows, we don't look for the light, and no one can tell us that we're wrong. 'Cause we got blood on our hands. Yeah, we got blood on our hands. Guilty, still I don't know just what I've done, and I know they're coming to get me. That's why I stay on the run. Can't stop to think about what you left behind. It'll drive you crazy, even you do. Just keep your enemies closer than your friends until they give you something you can use. Till you got blood on your head. Till you got blood on your head. And I know that I'm guilty, still I don't know just what I've done. Coming to get me, that's why I stay That's why I stay on the run. On the road. On the road, yeah, you got blood on your head. Yeah, I got blood on my head. Whoa, yeah, well, we all got blood all over our head. Thank you.